Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. What's
Hey.
up?
How
Hey.
you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the Discovering Disney podcast that turned into a completely different accent.
I couldn't even tell what
I don't know
accent
either.
that
I
was.
don't know either. Anyways,
I'm Morgan, and I love Disney.
I'm Leo, and I didn't grow up with Disney. However, I am feeling attacked because I have big ears, but I can't fly. So this movie is spreading the wrong message.
I'm feeling personally attacked just because this movie made me cry.
What movie doesn't make you cry?
Shut up.
Anyways.
We're going through all the Disney movies to educate Leo on the magical world of Disney.
I'll be talking about my observations I had while watching the movies.
And I'll hit him with facts and information.
Would you like to start us off? A BBY?
Sure, my baby.
Ugh.
On Halloween of 1941, Disney's fifth feature-length film was released to the masses. Once again, based off a children's book, Dumbo is the heartwarming tale of an elephant who could fly with nothing more than a little courage and his big ears. This was Walt Disney's favorite of his movies. This is the shortest movie we've watched so far, and the shortest we will watch for this podcast with a runtime of only 64 minutes. The time was kept short to keep production cheap. Other cost-cutting measures included using watercolor backgrounds, something that hadn't been done since Snow White, and streamlining everything to make it as simple as possible. It worked, though. It made back 300% of its budget, becoming only the second Disney movie to actually make a profit on release. On this film, we see animation director Ward Kimball yet again, as well as animation director Art Babbitt, background artist Claude Coates, and animator Les Clark. This movie always brings me to tears, but once again, my strongest association with this movie is with the Disneyland rides. But what did you think?
So first off, I'm surprised that this movie came out Halloween night.
Yeah, it's technically a Halloween movie.
That's a little... I mean... I don't see anything spooky with this movie. Besides those elephant bitches. But we'll get to that because I have some very strong opinionated words for those elephants. Wow, 300%, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. How long did it take to make that money? Like opening weekend or?
I don't know about opening weekend, it just said on release.
Oh, on release it made just 300%.
Yeah.
So that's probably like opening weekend or like
however long it was in theaters, maybe.
Maybe. But even then, it's like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's still not terrible. Okay. So the movie starts off with just the immediate fucking fact that they used Technicolor.
Yes.
Like, it was just immediately like, oh, fuck Technicolor. Like, this is what we're doing.
That's going to be a theme.
Yeah.
Because Technicolor tends to be in the very beginning of all of the movies.
Yeah.
Just so like, Technicolor.
Yeah, it just kind of starts off with, hey, what's up, bitches? We in Technicolor now. You know, sort of thing. Immediately starts off with the rhyming. With the rhyming, you know, that happens in every Disney movie.
Yeah.
With the storks flying in and delivering the babies to fucking Florida. God damn it. It has to be Florida. It has to be Florida where this all takes place. Because, you know, it's Florida.
Once again, this movie had no credited voice actors.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You know, I did notice, though, and I noted it at the end of the movie, Dumbo had no voice.
Yeah.
He didn't say a word. Besides, like, the tears coming out of his face. You know,
and
like
his little hiccups.
The sobbing noises. And you can obviously tell it was like a grown man going... That's it. That's all. That's all it was. That's all it was. So, obviously... baby animals, they were all so cute when they got delivered, and dude, a total callback to the reluctant dragon with the train.
Technically, it wasn't a callback. Reluctant Dragon was a preview.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm
yeah.
saying like a callback in terms of like we've technically seen this before, in a different movie before.
Yeah.
With the train going.
And we
like,
saw how they made it.
Yeah,
But this time
with-
we got to see it in Technicolor.
Yeah. Shit. In Technicolor, dude. With with all aboard sort of thing.
Yeah. You did that
And-
way too well, by the way.
Yeah. I don't. I can probably never do it again. So just that one and done sort of thing. Yeah. Now in Technicolor. And man, this movie honestly has some fucking bops.
Mhm.
Wow, that voice crack has some fucking bops. Has some bops, some bangers. Does it have a banger? I don't think it has bangers.
Pink Elephants?
Yes.
Mhm.
Pink Elephant is definitely a banger, not a bop. Oh god.
At least you
And
make yourself laugh.
Yeah, because I'm fucking hilarious. I am great. Yeah, dude. The trains transporting all the elephants to the circus just was a bop in itself.
Mhm.
It was great.
Casey Jr. going round the track, going round the track.
You
with
can't
his
see me right now, but I'm
smoky
dancing.
stack. We're both dancing.
Yeah, dude, this is great. Anyway, so Jumbo, which happens to be Dumbo's mom, gets
No,
delivered.
she's Mrs. Jumbo.
Mrs. Jumbo.
Yes.
Oh, so Jumbo's the papa.
Yes, we never see in the
But
movie.
the papa's never in the picture.
Yes.
You know why?
Men
'Cause
suck.
it's fucking Florida. I don't mean to diss all you Floridans, your gators over there, but you already know. You should be well self-aware of how your state's being right now. Oh man. So yeah, I had a question for you because I asked this while we were watching the movie, and you said you look it up on your phone, but I don't think you ever did. Is Minnie's voice in this movie?
I looked it up, but I couldn't really find anything.
Because you can't tell me. The elephant with, I think, specifically baby blue bonnet she had on sounds a lot like what we hear as Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
And it's just a little crazy. It's a little uncanny, if I'm being honest, because that's all I
Yeah.
can think about while listening to her voice.
Well, the head bitch was voiced by that actress we saw in The Reluctant Dragon, the one who was like opera singing as a chicken.
Oh,
Yeah. That was the head bitch.
man. And I gave her so much praise for her for her clucking that she did. I mean, don't get me wrong, she still has some pretty good clucks in there, but yeah, this performance in Dumbo made me really not like her, which I guess is a good thing.
Oh.
You know, like she's good enough to make me not like her.
So I just looked up original voice of Minnie Mouse. You know
Uh-huh.
who the very first voice of Minnie Mouse was?
Snow White.
Walt Disney.
What?
Yes.
What the fuck did you just say to me right now? What the fuck?
Yes. Walt Disney.
What? Man. Ugh, I'm too sleepy for this.
Why are we always so tired when we do this?
Because we don't have time.
True.
Anyways, so Dumbo is not, his name isn't Dumbo. It's Jumbo Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess would make him Minnie. Ah.
Nah.
Ah. It'd make him Minnie. And ain't he the cutest, man? He's the cutest little shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. I never thought I could be so in love with an elephant.
He was just so precious.
But man, the bitches, the other elephants,
Mm-hmm.
they immediately started making fun of him from the fucking get-go.
Yeah, the
because
second his
he
ears
had-
came out, they were like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
he ugly."
because he had big ass ears. They were like, yuck, he ugly, yuck, you know, sort of thing. And it was just fucking leave the guy alone, dude. I got big ears. Fucking
And you're still cute.
anyways. Yeah, dude. His ears are the fucking cutest, and it's
He's
just
just
like
the fucking cutest.
it just makes me sad that they make fun of Dumbo.
Yeah.
It just makes me real sad because I'm just like, man,
He's just a little baby.
let the kid be
He's
a
the
kid.
cutest thing.
like he's literally just born, quote unquote, from the stork,
yes.
you know, and already fucking flaming on his ass. I don't
roasting. His
appreciate
ears
it.
pop out and they go, "What are those?"
Yeah, dude, pretty much. Fucking hate it, dude. Oh man, and then so it goes from that to the train continuing to go to the tent, the circus,
Chugga chugga.
and the famous line of "I think I can."
Yes.
You know, I think I can, and then finally when they go over the hill, it's like I thought I could.
It's a reference to the little engine.
Thomas the Tank
The
Engine.
little engine that
Thomas
could.
the Tank Engine.
The little engine that
dun.
The little engine that could. But at Disneyland, there's a Casey Jr. circus train ride.
Uh-huh.
And it's when the train goes up the hill, you can hear it going, "I think I can, I think I can, I think I can." And then when it goes down, you hear it going, "I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could." And it's
Dude, honestly, I can totally tell how if that became an iconic thing.
well, it's based off of the
Well, yeah,
little
I
engine
know,
that could.
but I'm saying, you know.
Yeah.
Listen, fuck off, alright?
No.
Yes. Anyways, let's see. I kind of lost my place here, and here I thought Figaro was fucking cute. Here I thought. I mean, look, Figaro's pretty cute. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love that cat. That cat's like the greatest thing to ever grace the silver screen. Right, silver screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's TV? Golden?
The small screen?
I don't know. Ever graced the silver screen, but goddamn, when Dumbo came out, oof. My heart, dude.
My heart.
My fucking heart, bro. And then they finally introduced Dumbo in the circus.
Well,
and
his real name is Jumbo Jr. And then the bitches are like, "Oh, Jumbo, I think you mean Dumbo. Look at those ears." And then everyone just keeps calling him that. And it's like, that's a mean name. Why are you
I'm gonna keep
him
calling him Dumbo just because that's, you know, that's not his name, but it's his name.
Yeah. At
this point, like, after they call him Dumbo in the movie,
nobody ever refers to him as Jumbo again.
Yeah, I mean they're the mouse. So, did the mouse have a name? I thought the mouse had a name.
Timothy Q. Mouse. It's only shown once.
Oh.
Yes.
When?
When at the very end when it's like
when
he signs the contract. Yeah.
So, man, it's gonna be hard to remember. I don't think. Anyways, the mouse. I think he calls him Jumbo Jr. like once after Dumbo was called. Like once or twice, and then after that it was just Dumbo from now on.
I think he only called him Dumbo, but I'm not sure.
I'm not totally sure either. But either way, I'm gonna keep referring him as Dumbo just because that's how I know him.
The name of the circus that they were in was WDP Circus. What do you think that stood for?
Walt Disney Productions.
Yeah, you're right. 100%.
Man, yeah, so when Walt Disney Productions, like the tent, the circus thing came up, and Dumbo came out with his mum.
Yes.
Mrs. Jumbo.
Mrs. Jumbo,
Mrs. Jumbo. Man, the kids are just fucking dicks to him, too. Like, I honestly felt bad for Dumbo because everyone was just fucking making fun of his ears, and you can see he was sad, and I don't know how I almost cried over an elephant, but I did.
And then his mom tries to defend him and gets taken away, and it's just... And he, like, that whole shot of him standing there, swaying back and forth, crying.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that messes me up.
Man, and then I made, I made a joke that you're not gonna like, but I thought it was fucking funny, so I'm gonna say it. But when Mrs. Jumbo got put in solitary confinement, there are signs up on the on like the wall and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the signs says "Mad Elephant."
Yes.
And that was right after this whole scene of like, you know, they locked her up, they fucking whipped her and everything.
Yeah.
So I put in quotations, "Mad Elephant, don't talk about me like that." Because I was fucking mad. I was mad because they fucking locked my boy. They locked my girl up.
Yeah. You're such a good mom.
I was mad, dude.
My heart. Like, once again, all I can think about is little tiny Dumbo swaying back and forth, like tears coming out of his eyes while the bitches are over there talking about him.
Yeah, so after that, the bitches, like so when we say the bitches, we refer to like four of them, right?
Four or five.
Yeah, 4 or 5 elephants that just have been fucking ragging on this kid from the moment he was born.
They're full grown elephants. They're full grown women ragging on a like less than day old.
Yeah, dude, and it's real. It real makes me mad. It makes me real mad because there's like fucking 3 notes here that just basically say fuck the elephants. Like, I put fuck these elephants, man, a bunch of dicks, fuck these bitches, and old saggy bitches. Because I was just so mad.
So, like, when Dumbo is kind of rocking back and forth, that's what elephants actually do when they're sad. They rock back and forth like that. Yeah.
Man, I kind of want to look that up, but at the same time, I
That'd
don't
be
want to
sad.
be sad.
Yeah.
So after they like all, man, what's the word I'm looking for? Collectively, yeah. After they all collectively rag on Dumbo and just like decide to exclude him and everything, they made him sad.
Yeah.
They made him sad, and just thinking about his little dumb face being fucking sad.
They didn't let him in to get the hay.
Yeah, and like he has tears coming out, and it's just this poor kid, dude. Like, I honestly feel for fucking Dumbo, and it makes me so goddamn sad.
And angry and sad.
And angry.
Mostly sad.
Angry, not even angry. Angry.
Angry.
Angry. So oh man, it just makes me upset. So after this, the mouse comes. The mouse comes and he's like, "Hey, don't pick up my guy Dumbo, man."
Yeah.
You know, he has like an accent and everything.
Yeah, he's got the Brooklyn accent.
He has the "Hey, forget about it." Fucking, I'm walking here sort of accent. And yeah, I love this mouse because the mouse just like, well, leave my boy alone. Or I'm gonna fucking spook you guys.
He's like, you guys are being mean. Let me scare the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
and they're like standing up on chairs and trying to get as far away from this tiny little mouse as possible. And he's like, ooh.
Yeah, dude. He literally like at one point was just like, blah, 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 blah. They were just like, and it was just great. I fucking loved it. And after that, he kind of teams up with Dumbo, you know, just being like, hey, me and you could be a thing, sort of thing. So what's the guy, the head honcho of the circus?
The circus, the ringleader?
The ringleader.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of whatever. So the ringleader come up with an idea of an elephant pyramid. Man, I've legitimately never heard of a more bad idea than a fucking elephant pyramid.
Not only that, but inverse and on top of a ball.
That just sounds fucking terrible. Like, God.
Yeah.
Can you please come up with anything better? Like, that just sounds...
We can already tell, like, this circus is kind of sketch.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Everything that we see, every circus scene we see, kind of sketch.
Yeah, bro.
Like, towards the end when they're willing to put Dumbo up on, like, a 300-foot tall freaking platform, it's just like...
Kind of sketch.
Yeah,
dude. And it's just... So, he goes to bed to try and think of, like, you know, maybe I can, like, a climax. He uses the word climax. There's a little overuse of the word climax here.
I knew you were going to touch on that. I heard that and I was like, oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Well, I touched on it, alright? I touched the climax. So, he went to sleep.
Did you touch it and back away from it, or did you touch it and just follow through?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. So, he goes to bed, tries to think of a climax, and that's when the mouse comes in. He's like, I'm your subconscious. You know that guy Dumbo? He's your fucking climax. Hey, I'm fucking walking here, man.
You know what I love about that whole part is that the ringleader's asleep. the mouse doesn't have to wrap himself in a sheet to make him look
Yeah,
like a
dude.
ghost or anything.
He just fucking did
But
it.
he did it anyway.
You know what my favorite part about the whole thing was?
Mm.
The ringleader slept in a top hat. Who the fuck sleeps in a top hat?
The dapperest of bitches.
May I mention, like, almost fucking everybody in this world somehow owns a top hat. And I'll mention that later on, but it's just fucking ridiculous how many top hats there are in this movie.
I feel like now you're gonna need a top hat to sleep in to go with your cowboy hat that you have to play Red Dead Redemption in.
You know, I had a top hat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it went. It was very cheap, but I had one at one point. It's fucking great. So after that, you know, the elephant pyramid, he woke up. He was like, fucking Dumbo. He's my climax. Mamma mia. And I just put, here we go, because here's when he starts trying to do the fucking elephant pyramid.
Yeah.
And I just, when shit starts to go awry, I literally just put, told you, fucking bad. I just put fucking bad.
That whole sequence, I was like, don't hurt Dumbo, don't hurt Dumbo, don't hurt Dumbo. You can hurt the bitches. Don't hurt Dumbo.
Dude, and he tries to, like, back up and run, but his ears are too big, and he steps on them.
They were, like, tied up on his head, and then the knot came loose, and he tripped on them.
This movie just makes me so sad. Fucking A, dude. Just pulls on my heartstrings. Oh, man. And then I made a note about sweaty bitches because the girls were, like, struggling to do this elephant pyramid, which shit, I would be too. But after, when Dumbo comes out, you know, the ringleader introduces Dumbo, and everyone starts laughing. Everyone starts laughing because of his big ass ears, and again, I want to cry because I have big ass ears, and I can relate. I mean, I don't fly with my big ears, but
you just steal my heart with your big ears.
I'm just upset that everyone keeps ragging on my boy.
Yeah.
It's just I hate it, dude. I fucking hate it. I hate how emotional this movie makes me.
I told you this movie was gonna make you, like, emotional, make you teary-eyed, and you were like, I don't cry at movies. And I'm like,
I mean, I still didn't cry.
You didn't cry.
I didn't cry at Endgame.
You did get close. So.
I didn't cry at Endgame.
True. I sobbed like a little baby.
Yeah,
but...
you sure did. Oh my god.
I'm sensitive. Shut up.
Anyways, I put just you got this bud, and then ears too big with a sad face, and just poor kid.
Yeah.
Because man, this kid just can't get anything right, and it makes me so sad. So after, I mean, obviously he trips on his big ears and kind of
brings
knocks
the whole house down.
Yeah, he knocks down everything.
Everything,
dude, literally. And then this is when I put, why does 99% of the crowd have a top hat? Because when the shit starts hitting the fan, you see a whole bunch of top hats start flying everywhere, and I'm just like, huh?
I think this would be a good time for me to jump in with this fact, that cells from this movie are some of the most valuable in, like, the entire industry. That's because the gray paint that was used on the elephants was super duper easy to flake, so if the cell got bent like a little bit, it would crack. And after they finished sequences, they would lay the cells out in the hallway and just slide on them down the hallway.
What?
Yeah.
Me?
Based on that, how much would you think a cell from this movie goes for?
100,000.
On eBay, I found one for $2,446.50.
Nah, that 50 cents put it way over. I can't afford that, dude.
Sorry, man. Only got $2,446.
Yeah, dude, this shit's terrible. I can't afford that 50 cents. Are you kidding me? Do you think I am made out of money? Man, dude. So after that, you know, the bitches got all hurt and stuff because, you know, they fell and they got all bandaged.
They were all in, like, casts and slings and stuff. And I was like, heh.
Yeah, I was like, fucking
Karma.
The bitches got what they deserved.
Oh, speaking of good news.
Before you say that, I want to do the segue.
Okay.
I want to do the segue because right after the bitches got what they deserved, the ringleader got mad at Dumbo, obviously, because, you know, he kind of caused all this. And they punished him. They punished my boy in making him into something he never wanted to be. But we'll get to that after a word from our first ever sponsor.
That's the good news.
That's the good news. We
finally
got a fucking sponsor, and I could not be happier.
I know. I'm so excited, and it's such a great sponsor too. Like, this is the one we started the podcast, and I was like, babe, looking to see if these guys will sponsor us.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and continue Dumbo after a word from our sponsor.
This episode is sponsored by Audible. Anyone who knows me knows I love to read, but I never have time to. That's why I love audiobooks. I can listen in the car, at the gym, or while doing schoolwork. If you go to audibletrial.com/DD podcast, you will get a free 30-day trial and audiobook just for signing up. There is no contract and no commitment if you don't want there to be. Don't like it? Just cancel anytime. That's audibletrial.com/DD podcast. Woo! And that's our first ad read.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. And boy, am I toasty, because that's literally my next note. Because the punishment Dumbo got was being a clown.
Yes.
He's a clown now, and it makes me so sad that he's a clown. And, you know, the rest of the clowns obviously, you know, kind of performed with him. And
yeah,
like,
they kind of performed at him.
Yeah, he was like the damsel in distress sort of thing.
He was again, a baby.
Which, again, just makes me fucking sad.
Yeah.
Because he's so sad.
They just put him on top of a burning building.
I know.
And then pretend they're gonna save him, and then don't.
Yeah, dude. So, after that, you know, they performed it, and they went back into their little tent. They started drinking, and I just put "Boy, am I toasty?" because that's something
that's
one of the guys says.
Yeah.
He's like, "Boy, am I toasty?" And I was just like, "Fucking, excuse me, what did you just say to me right now?" Ah, man. So after this, I put, "I love Dumbo. He doesn't deserve all this."
That whole segment, the clowns are talking about, like, the great idea of going to the boss for a raise.
Mm-hmm.
The writer's strike was still going on at this time, so that was a parody of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, after this, they suggested the idea of putting Dumbo up higher than he was.
Yeah.
And they were just like, fuck it, 100 feet, fuck it, 200 feet, fucking 500, 1,000 feet in the air.
And they just kept going, alright, bet, I can do you one better. I bet I can do you one better.
Yeah, dude. And it just made me so sad because I love Dumbo. He doesn't deserve all this. And all just because he got naturally big ears.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
Like, all the clowns are in the tent and they're playing around and goofing around and celebrating, and then Dumbo's sitting outside.
Yeah, he's sitting outside
with a water trough.
Crying with Mouse.
Yes.
God. If that sentence doesn't make you sad, you're fucking heartless.
Yeah.
And I want to be your friend. But this whole part, because I put little brackets in my notes to kind of highlight the different parts of the movie, and this little bracket literally just says sad TM. Because this thing made me fucking sad because Dumbo actually started crying.
Yeah.
He started sobbing.
Yeah.
And man.
Like, to the point he got hiccups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that sentence makes me fucking sad, dude. Like, I'm being so honest here. When I say my heart hurts right now, my heart fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Because this movie is just sad.
It's so sad.
So, I'm going to read you all my notes from Sad TM. Okay? From the part where he's crying. Oh, fuck. The feels. Fuck. Don't cry. Fuck. Fuck those mean elephants. Not the mouse. Now I'm sad. Real sad.
Because the mouse starts crying too.
Yeah, the mouse starts crying because he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He's kind of just like, I don't know what to do for you, bud.
Yeah.
I can't help you no more. Man. You know, what a movie.
Yeah.
But that's totally not the end of it, because we're like a little more than halfway through with the movie, at least.
And we get to my favorite segment. Probably my favorite song in any Disney movie.
Almost. They gotta get a little inebriated first.
Oh, yes.
Because, they started that after they suggested, Dumbo flying or going up in the air, like 3,000 feet or whatever. One of the guys said something, and I was just so confused that I had to put it in my notes and point it out. But the guy was just like, oh, what about like his safety or something? And the guy was like, oh, don't worry about it. Elephants are made out of rubber. So I literally put elephants equal rubber, question mark, question mark. Can you please confirm or deny that elephants are made out of rubber?
I can neither confirm nor deny that elephants are made out of rubber.
So I guess I'm just going to have to find that out for myself.
Yes, go touch an elephant. Go throw something at it and see if it bounces back.
Something tells me that's not the best idea. But I'll do it anyways.
Well, we don't exactly have any elephants in Vegas unless you count tourists.
Bah. You got me. So after that, they Dumbo and Mouse try to get a drink of water.
Yeah.
But one of the clowns, one of the goofs, threw like champagne or a fucking whatever. He threw an alcoholic drink into the bucket of water.
A beverage.
A beverage. A ruggy. And threw it into the water. Majolner. He threw it into the water, and Dumbo nor the mouse noticed it.
Even though the water is like brown and bubbling.
And fucking seeping out, bubbly out of the fucking bucket, but whatever. So they were just like, yeah, drink some water. And Mouse.
Because he gets the hiccups and he's like, here, drink some water. That'll make your hiccups go away.
Yeah, and oh my god, Dumbo just like.
Slurp.
He just. And just like the most fucking amount of liquid he can hold, he held it. And that's when he got more hiccups. And what happened with the mouse? He like tried to drink some too and he fell in. Yeah, he tried to drink some too. He fell in, and of course they both got fucking just hammered.
Yeah,
they
just
both
wasted.
They're gone.
Yeah.
So I put haha.
Like blackout drunk.
Yeah, so I put haha, he's drunk. Haha, they both are. And then
both are?
Yeah, they both are. And then, god fucking damn it, I am waiting for the fucking movie where Disney knows how bubbles work. Because god damn it, part 3, The Reckoning. Disney still doesn't know how bubbles work because the bubbles start coming out and it starts to carry the mouse.
Is this part 3 or part 4?
Fucking.
Because weren't there bubbles in Fantasia too, or no?
Yeah, I guess.
We'll have to check. We'll have to keep a running tally.
Yeah, we'll have to keep a tally mark system here.
I'll add it to my spreadsheet.
Yeah. So it's either the 3rd or 4th time that Disney still doesn't know how to fucking use Bublé's.
Michael Bublé's.
And it's the bubbles start to carry the mouse. And fucking Disney doesn't know how elephants work either because, the mouse like floated on a round bubble and then floated on like a fucking oblong whatever bubble.
Yeah, and then he was like, make a cube.
He was like, make a square, and then fucking Dumbo's trunk just like transformed into a fucking square and just blew us a fucking like 3D square bubble.
And he made like a snake one too.
Yeah, dude. And it's just that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. So after that, finally, it's the time for Pink Elephants.
Yes. So this movie won an Oscar for Best Original Music Score.
Oh.
And Pink Elephants on Parade is probably one of my all-time favorite Disney songs and Disney sequences.
I can definitely see why.
It's a trip, but it's so cool. It's very interesting to see it.
Yeah. I think... Yeah. I even use those exact words you said. It's a trip because my notes for Pink Elephants are just cool drunk animation. I'm guessing they really wanted to show off Technicolor.
Yeah.
Because that's all that was, just showing off Technicolor. Because this whole thing is a trip, especially with the shadows. I was very actually impressed with how well they did the shadows and how well they did shiny, like shining stuff.
Yeah.
And I can see how this could be a trip and how this would be so cool back then in 42?
41.
41. And it's just, that whole thing was just super cool. Even now.
Yeah.
That thing was super cool. So I can imagine how, like, mind-blowing that must have been.
Hey, babe, what else happened in 1941?
The Great War.
Yes. Dumbo was going to be on the cover of Time magazine as Mammal of the Year. Then Pearl Harbor happened, and it ruined it. It's just such a surreal sentence. Dumbo was going to be Mammal of the Year, and then Pearl Harbor happened.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Alright, so after the whole, like, you know, drunk sequence of Pink Elephants, which again is a bop and a banger.
And a banger.
It is
And it
a
slaps.
certified banger. Now we get to the part that you were telling me about, of how some people thought it was a little racy, and some people thought how... Is that the part you're telling me about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, they get really drunk and end up in a tree somehow.
Yes, they end up in a tree somehow.
With some crows.
And some crows show up. And I've seen these crows before. Like,
Yes.
they're famous crows.
The main crow is named Jim Crow. As in the famous segregation laws.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if that doesn't fucking...
Let me just read you this
tell
direct
you what
quote.
These crows...
Let me just read you this direct quote from IMDb. There is some controversy about the crows of the film, who are meant to represent African Americans. While the association of African Americans and crows, both black, predates the film, there are film historians like Richard Schickel who pointed it out as offensive and or racist. There are those who find their portrayal progressive and positive. Most of the crows were voiced by African American actors in an era where there was limited casting potential for them, and the crows are actually among the few friendly and intelligent characters in the film.
I can see that.
It brings up some interesting points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can definitely see how there's two sides to this coin.
Because usually, like, when Disney movies or something racist, I'm like, yeah, that was pretty racist. But this one, I can see it's different in some kind of way. Like, yes, it's racist, but also it's not, like, because they're so smart and intelligent, and they're actually voiced by African American actors in the 1940s. It's just, I have conflicting feelings about these crows.
Yeah, like I said, I can definitely see how there are two sides to this coin, of one being like, this is actually a racist caricature, or this is a step forward in the right direction in terms of being African American representative and
representation. Yeah,
and just, you know, this is a good thing, sort of thing, because they are, you know, intelligent. They can talk, and they can, you know, kind of progress the story a little bit,
and they're kind to Dumbo.
Yeah,
which is not something we can say about every character in this movie.
Yeah, so, you know, there's definitely two sides to this coin here. It's just whatever side you land on, it's just how you see it, you know? So, going back to the movie, Elephants Fly, the song that they sing.
When I see an elephant fly.
Yeah, that's actually a bop too.
Yeah.
Like, this song, or this movie is just filled with bops. And, oh, dude, that's what I put, this movie full of bops on the video.
I have a fact that I meant to bring up in the very, very beginning, but I missed it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So, this movie has some weird connections to Winnie the Pooh.
I for some reason thought you were gonna say Illuminati, but yeah, go ahead.
So the pink elephant sequence was referenced in the Heffalumps and Woozles sequence for Winnie the Pooh, which means nothing to you yet.
Yeah. I just looked at Morgan blankly and like slowly shrugged my shoulders and said, "Cool."
It's another kind of trippy sequence.
Bop?
Yeah, bop.
Bop or banger?
Bop. The Heffalumps and Woozles are very confusals. Yes. Definitely a bop. Not quite a banger, but definitely a bop.
Okay.
Yes. And the voice of the stork, did that sound familiar?
Yes, you were telling me to keep out a lookout for the voice of the stork.
Yes.
I don't know because I'm not my memory's not that great, so I don't know, but I have an idea.
What do you think it is?
Was it my boy Walt?
No.
Damn.
It was Sterling Holloway, who is the voice of Winnie the Pooh.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to go back and listen to it. But
I want to go rewatch Pink Elephant on Parade again just because I love that sequence. But
we'll watch it later.
Yeah.
So, after this, the crows are like, "How are you gonna get down from this fucking tree? You're basically gonna die." But the mouse convinces the crows that Dumbo can fly with his ears. And he uses a magic feather.
Yeah.
So, which is one of the crows is like just random feathers. So Dumbo basically like plummets into like the last second.
Yeah.
And then just starts to fly. Right? That's what happens?
Well, the first time he just flies because he has the feather.
Yeah.
And then
yeah. Okay. So the first time he's like kind of like on a Pride Rock situation. And he just like he starts flapping his ears and he can fly with the feather in his trunk.
Fun fact. The Disneyland Dumbo the Flying Elephant ride, there's only a certain amount of seats, so they have to give out something so people know that they're going to get on the next ride.
Is it a feather?
Yeah, it's like a wooden feather, and I always want to steal one.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
No. There are a lot of things I would take from Disneyland if it were legal.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't say that.
Redacted.
Redacted. That part didn't happen.
Yeah.
Anyways, so after Dumbo finally started flying for the first time, hot diggity, he did it. And then I put down here, I noticed how Dumbo hasn't said a single word. Is there any reason for that? Or is it just because they didn't fucking want to?
I think it was mostly just they didn't want to. And also to keep things cheap,
Yeah.
They were trying to keep it cheap.
Yeah. I did... So, 1941, I noticed a lot of the warplane references in the very beginning of the movie when the storks came out. First of all, they're in a V formation.
Which is how birds fly.
Well, I just think of warplanes because there's literally like noises coming from that. So, yeah, that's how birds fly, but I don't think birds through the fucking sky.
Sorry, can you do that noise one more time?
Why?
Just cause.
Fuck, I have a dad joke. I think you've heard it.
Probably.
What do we want?
Low flying airplane noises.
When do we want it? Meow. Anyways. I disappoint myself sometimes.
You're a dad and we don't even have a kid.
I know.
Unless our roommate's dog counts as a kid.
Nah? Nah.
We're more like aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the only reason why I put the airplane thing is because when Dumbo starts flying for the first time, again, you hear the plane noises of him going out. Yeah, and then there was...
towards the end, there was another reference
towards the end,
too.
there was another one too, yeah. So, okay. So after this, the after literally the first time he flies, the movie just like wraps up really fucking quickly.
It
Like,
goes
it
from
just-
0 to 100 real fast.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, the movie's done. Hurry up, you know,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So after that, Dumbo goes back to the circus, and you know the fucking bajillion foot thing is put up, and he plummets all the way down to the bottom
because he loses the feather. And
he loses the feather
while
and the
he's
mouse,
falling.
While he's falling, and the mouse starts freaking the fuck out, and he's like, "Listen, it was just a prank. You can fly, I promise."
Yeah.
Right before he hits
He's
the
like,
fucking
just
ground.
do it.
Yeah, right before
Just
he hits the ground.
Do it.
He like
Neumes.
he neumes up a little bit.
and then flies around the big top.
Yeah, flies around the big thing. He sucks up some peanuts and he starts like shooting it
them
at the fucking
the
ringleader
bitches.
and the ringleader and the clowns and just everything. And again, another plane war reference, just like bah, 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 sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then after that, the whole world finds out Dumbo can fly. He's on newspapers. The fucking Timothy Mouse is his new manager. And he has his own private
his
cart
car on the
train now.
And his mom is there.
And his
She's
mom
free.
is there. Yeah.
You never touch on the Baby Mine song.
Because that was sad.
Yeah?
That was the whole sad TM. I don't want to fucking revisit that because it's sad.
I was talking with my coworker Miriam, who listens to this podcast, by the way. Shout out to Miriam.
That wasn't free. You owe us $5.
But she was like, yeah, I've seen that movie twice and I refuse to watch it ever again because it makes me cry. And I'm like, same. I feel that. I feel that on a heavy level.
Yeah, I don't want to even like think about it because it's just gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
So thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that, the movie just kind of
wraps up.
It's just it wrapped up real fucking
real
quickly.
fast. Yeah.
Real quick.
So this was the first Disney movie on VHS in 1981 for rental and for sale in 1982.
Interesting.
Yes. Just a
weird flex, but okay.
I think that's pretty much all the facts I have. Oh, here's one that I like. President Harry Truman refused to ride the Dumbo ride at Disneyland.
Okay.
Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Because elephants are the symbol of the Republican Party, and he didn't want to be seen with anything that might associate him with them.
Bitch.
Another thing about the ride I think you'll appreciate is that there's a tiny little Timothy Q mouse on the top of it.
Oh, hell yeah,
it's
brother.
so cute.
Hell yeah, brother.
Alright, let's go into the closing stuff.
Alright.
What was your favorite part?
I want to say pink elephants, but that's just like a cheap cop out because that's everyone's favorite part.
Yeah.
Probably the ending when he like neumed up and he started fucking shooting everyone with the peanuts.
When everything's happy again.
Yeah, he had enough of it and he was like, "Fuck all y'all," sort of thing. That's good.
What do you think audiences gave it? Wait, I have a thought I wanted to point out. So we noticed in Pinocchio, like the one thing everyone thinks about with Pinocchio is that his nose grows, but it literally does it once in the movie.
Yeah.
The one thing everyone thinks about with Dumbo is him flying, but it literally doesn't happen until like the last 5-10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like iconic moments, so that's all I'm really thinks about.
Anyway, what do you think audiences gave it? What score?
70%.
It was 7.3 on IMDb. This is the second lowest before Reluctant Dragon. And 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was fucking right. I was okay. I'm technically right on both of them because if you round it,
yeah,
ba-boom, I finally got one right.
What do you think critics gave it?
80%.
98% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh shit!
Yes.
What the fuck?
Well, I told you in the intro, this was Walt Disney's favorite of all of the Disney movies.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What? 98%?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
in the 5 movies we've watched for the podcast, where does this rank?
I thought about this very hard because this is a serious contender for number 1. It was a serious contender for number 1, and I had to think long and hard about this.
Stop making that gesture.
But it has to go in my number 2 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Not topping Woodboy Pinocchio. So far it's
number 1 is Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, Dumbo, The Reluctant Dragon,
Fantasia,
and
then Snow White,
at the very
which
bottom.
is disappointing to me. So far, my ranking is, I also debated on where to put it because I really enjoyed the movie, but I don't think I could watch it again because it made me so sad.
That's the reason why.
That's the biggest issue. So I put it at my number 3 spot. So my order is Snow White, Reluctant Dragon, Dumbo, Pinocchio, and Fantasia.
But that's the only reason why
I know.
I thought about,
Yeah.
putting it at number 1 because, the only reason why Pinocchio is at number 1 right now is because that movie's so fucking crazy.
It's wild.
It's so crazy, and it takes me on a really wild adventure from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And I just get the sense of complete at the end. From the start to the end, there's a complete story, and it's just fucking there it is. It's just laid out all in the open. But with Dumbo, it is from start to the end of his conflict resolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that I got so sad over this movie.
Yeah.
And it tugged my heartstrings so bad. That's the only reason why I thought about putting it at number 1, because no real Disney movie has made me feel that strongly about a character.
Yeah.
About a fucking animal. But I guess we'll have to see next week, huh?
Yeah. What's your Disney lesson takeaway?
Fuck the haters, bro. You got big ears, go fly with them bitches, cause fuck the haters.
Yeah. Any questions for me?
No. I think I asked you all the questions that I had while watching the movie. Do you have anything else for me?
I really want to go to Disneyland again now. So.
Well, we're not going soon.
Yeah. The Dumbo, the flying elephant ride, is always super duper packed, and I ride it when I can, but the line is always 10,000 miles long.
Yeah.
And then the Casey Jr. train I love, but it's also kind of miserable because it's so hot. Because it's like an open circus train, and also it's a train, so it's hot.
It's a train.
It's a train.
If we don't have anything for me, then that should be it.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
If you liked what you heard, go ahead and throw us a follow on Spotify, Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube. This isn't in the outro, but we do have a website up right now. If you go to discoveringpodcast.podbean.com, you can go ahead and go on our website and look at all of our current episodes for free, as well as to contact us and learn a little bit about us.
And notice it's Discovering Podcast, not Discovering Disney, leaving the window a little bit open for the future.
We will not go ahead and let you guys know about that, but in the future, when we are ready and prepared, we will go ahead and let you guys in on a little special announcement.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and our next episode will be Bambi. So if you thought this was a tearjerker, see you next time. And remember,
be good people. I'm not ready for this. Alright guys, see you later.
Bye.
Bye. We'd like to say a quick thank you to the artist that did our logo, Hamil Gianzlan. She does incredible art and is an incredible friend and person to be around. If you like our logo and would like to see any more of her artwork, go ahead and check her out on Twitter at Bagged Soda. That's BAGGEDSODA, all one word. Also, her Instagram is at SleepyGirlHours. That's SLEEPYGORLHOURS. Thank you again, Hamil. We appreciate you greatly. Also, thank you to Fontoman for providing the font we use for the movie titles on that logo. It is called Walter, and you could find it on dafont.com.
Make sure to follow our personal accounts @_LeoMC and @BradMajorsAsshole on Instagram. Our Twitters are @LeoMC420 and @Morgana Scott. For more podcast-related info, follow us on Twitter @DDisneyPodcast and our Facebook page @DiscoveringDISN3Y.
As always, thanks, guys.